Sagittarius, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. I am going to be doing your proofread, your first one, for the month of March. You know, I have a lot of Sag placements, and I like all of the ones that I have there. Let me just tell you. There was only one of those that was Sag, but you know. Yes. I mean, like, it's crazy. Both of my parents have significant Sag placements, so it's crazy that I have, like, emphasis in that sign, like, a lot. I don't know. I just love my chart, so it's almost kind of like I resonate with any of the signs' energy. Except, I would say Gemini, but it's not true because I have a Gemini North Node. And I would say that I resonate with all of the planet's energy except for like Taurus, but then I'm ruled by Venus, so it's kind of like, all right, Sag, let's see what's going on with you. Bam! Taurus. And a 7, which is very much related to the 7th house. So this is like trying to get balance to your finances, just because it's a 7 in that way. And Saturn is related to anything that has to do with economy, economics, finances, restriction, growth, that type of thing. Calculations, and also anything that is very much on a higher plane of the earthly matters, right? So it's like we're thinking of how we can handle currency and things like that, and Mercury rules currency, and that's like Gemini and all of that stuff. So we're trying to come up with a better way, a better plan, trying to make our efforts really pay off for us, and we don't want to do anything that is going to work against us, whereas like maybe the rollout of something being too soon before you were able to finesse or add something to that thing that was good, but it could have been even better if you would have allowed it to develop into what it wanted to fully develop into. And that's what this is talking about as well. This could be related to failure, and it also could be related to like a relationship not actually coming to fruition, right? So this is anything that, you know, you might be experiencing some disappointment or intimidation because it didn't come into fruition the way that you had anticipated. And it also talks about leaving that old idea or that expectation behind you, right? My stool just pushed back. So maybe you need to take a sit back a little bit and wait a little bit longer, okay? Because this is saying that time is very sensitive. This is time sensitive. Maybe there's a deadline. Maybe you actually have more time than you think. You know what I mean? So before you start getting crazy, right? Just go back and look at that calendar or look at those dates or see if there's anything that you can make an adjustment to. Or maybe, maybe you can wait a little bit longer. I don't know, right? This is also talking about your heart chakra, okay? Healing something. Healing your heart chakra and also healing your pocketbook, right? So maybe you made a big purchase that set you back, and now it's time for you to kind of like, you know, fatten up that wallet again or fatten up that account. Or maybe you had to use a lot of your resources, yeah, because the rebirth card is number 20, and a 2 and a 0 together makes a 2 in the second house of earned income, and, you know, is opposite the house that Pluto rules, which is shared resources. And this is talking about shared resources as well, you know. Anyway, so let's go ahead and see what the other classes, what the fuck am I saying? What the other classes? Maybe you guys are gonna be taking classes. But at the same time, I just got a text talking about if I wanted to add some classes, and I was like, please stop sending me these messages or these notifications. But you might be, because look, You're learning how to do something, a new trade, a new skill, or maybe you're putting your talents and your skills to work, and you're realizing that if you don't use your talents, your skills, and your skills and your gifts, they will go to waste. Gills, I don't know, maybe somebody's getting a fish out there, maybe there's an animal that has gills, maybe you are swimming, maybe that's the type of cardio that you're trying to do, because this could be related to using your body and, you know, getting some work done on your body, and maybe you're swimming. That's one of the best versions of cardio. We definitely have some change and transformation here. You've been waiting a long time for this change and for this transformation. It could also be related to what you're building, maybe a new type of business or maybe a new business model, with this Three of Pentacles being here, and this rebirth, with this, which is the Judgment card, taking back power of your finances and of your money and of your life too, by letting something go and realizing that one aspect of your old life isn't something that you owned. You know what I mean? And you have to create what you own, and you're realizing that. I thought I said I had a lot of Sag, right? Okay, so I'm listening, right? And don't be worried about, you know, things that aren't working for you. You know, this is kind of like focusing on everything except for what's important. You know what I mean? Why are you doing that? So this is not really your problem. So why are you focusing on everything except for what's actually important? If you focus on what's important, then you're going to change your karma in a way that's going to benefit you in the long run. Hello. And it's kind of like you're not going to be worried about those other things because you're worried about the things that you actually can change, right? You see what I mean? This is like analytics and diagnostics, because, you know, the nines are related to the Hermit, which is Virgo. So it's like you're putting aggression into overanalyzing some problem or a subject, you know, or you're trying to come to a full conclusion when it's kind of like maybe you don't need to. You need to focus on what matters. You know what I mean? And let's see what's on the back of these cards. Gosh. Every time I get court cards, I don't know. I just don't like them. I like them, but it's kind of like, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, here they go. Who are these people? You know, so we have the Queen of Wands here, which is very much your energy. So we're going to say that this is you. But then you have the Nine of Cups as well, which we're also going to say is kind of like your energy, but it's more along the lines of Pisces, right? But it's cool because y'all are ruled by the same planet. So the Queen of Wands is talking about being ready to go after what you want, or ready to make this definitive choice, you know, or, you know, realizing that I am my karma. So if I want to do something, I know that I'm the one that is choosing to do it, and I am the one that decides when is the time to press the button to go, to take the risk. You know, so the Queen of Wands could be talking about you wanting to take a risk, and so could the Nine of Cups. So it could be talking about diversity, some kind of like travel in some kind of way, right? Because you're all about diversity, and this Nine of Cups is talking about diversity as well here, right? Right underneath it is the Nine of Pentacles, which is kind of like the very opposite, okay? So we're thinking about diversity here and what our opportunities are and what we have in front of us. This says that you have the abundance of possibility, right? So anything can happen for you. Just don't take any of your opportunities for granted. You know what I mean? See all of them as something, as an experience that could actually really have potential value in it. And you have to see which one is the most important, right? Which one, you can only do one thing at a time, actually. You know, you can only drink from one cup at a time. So maybe you need to just kind of like stop trying to do so many things, or maybe you would do better to assign your goals at different stages, right, of evolution and development and growth, right? Maybe that's something, right? Because we were talking about the rollout of something, and maybe you need to just not try to do everything all at once, you know. And it's also like, how much are you keeping to yourself? You know what I mean? What is it to have so much if you don't have anyone to share it with? You know what I mean? Right, Sag? You know? Maybe you need to pull it back too. Maybe your party can't be as big. Or maybe your event can't be as big unless it's going to be in a space that's going to make it so that it can be that big. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that you're trying to make happen, you can make it happen, but be aware of where you might be like asking for like a lot. You know, but this card does say you can have whatever you want, but it's like there's a limit to like what it is that you can ask for, because it's kind of like you've got to be realistic, and this is related to the Hermit. So it's talking about being realistic about your goals and be realistic about what you're asking Spirit for. You know, you got to be realistic to a degree if we want to actually see it happen. And that's why the Nine of Pentacles came up here, right? That's why. Then we got the Princess of Cups here, which is also just kind of like talking about being ready for a change emotionally, wanting to feel something different, you know. And I feel like you're ready to feel something different. Don't be intimidated about this. You know, we're trying to manifest something real here. There could be a new emotional connection that you have to what a person represents in your life now, right? Someone that you've newly met. Or something that symbolizes or serves a new purpose that benefits you emotionally in some kind of way, or that your emotions benefit from. Oh my God. Okay, Sagittarius. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment on the video. Follow me on Instagram. It is Providence Tarot there. My personal account is NYC Kendrick. So go ahead and go there and click that follow button. If you want to get a personal reading from me, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. Gotta check that time.